Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Life Unfiltered. Today, we are going to talk about three different occasions that are going to be celebrated on October 31, November 1, and November 2.
Yes.
And those are Halloween, All Saints' Day, and All Souls' Day. So, let's start. Pastor JR, first and foremost, why do people celebrate Halloween, All Souls Day, and All Saints Day?
Well, these three occasions are entirely different from each other. While the way we practice it today, it is it's like a syncretism. When I say syncretism, a mixture of religious belief and a pagan practice brought together.
Yeah.
Well, these three occasions are three different things. The Halloween has a an earlier origin. You can trace it back to the ancient Celts practice,
Yeah.
wherein they have a they call someone the Lord of the Death. They call him Hauin, in which this Lord of the Death is someone who gathers all the souls of the evil people who died within the year.
Yeah.
And these souls were prohibited to enter many other stuff, but they are allowed to appear in different sense. Some of them would say that they were allowed to enter an animal, to enter a human being
Yeah.
during this time. And in the practice of the Celts, this is modern day France, UK, in Europe, European countries. It originated from there.
Yeah.
And they believe that October 31, it is the moment wherein the season of harvest is over
Yeah.
and it transitions towards the cold winter,
Cold winter. Yes.
which speaks so much about the end of harvest and death comes in because it's so cold.
Yeah.
Many animals would die, many plants would die. So it somehow in their belief, it opens up to the season of death. And they also believe that in that occasion, the boundary between the world of the living
Yeah.
and the dead becomes so blurred.
Yeah. So
And
thin.
yes,
Yeah.
and then those who are in the world of the dead would be given the chance to roam around
Yeah. Then
the world of the living,
to cross
to cross
the
the
world of the
border.
living.
Yeah. This is very similar with what is depicted in the movie Coco
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
when they celebrated the Dia de las Muertes.
Yes.
That
Correct.
is that depiction presents a very syncretistic view of the spirit world. So that's what they believe. And whenever these souls of the evil people who died gets into our world, they would cause harm to
Yeah.
the living ones.
Yeah.
And because of that, they would wear costumes
Yeah.
or they would offer to the Lord of the Death so that the sufferings that they would experience because of the souls would be shortened or would be limited. And so there is really an idea of appeasing with the
With the
spirits.
spirits. Yes.
That is a very pagan practice. That is why when you think of Halloween today, we wear the people, and not us, but people of today wear costumes. It really originates from that very occasion. However, in the course of time, when you look at the story of Christianity as well, they put another occasion in relation to this, because pagans were celebrating this they call holiday, and the Catholic Church somehow like provided a different kind of occasion that is so close to this observance, and it started with the All Saints Day.
Yeah.
Well, the All Saints Day is a celebration about the saints,
Okay.
particularly the martyrs.
Okay.
But if they would place one martyr for each day, there are only 365 days within the week. And I think it was during the time of Diocletian when there were several believers who were killed. And basically, they would go beyond number 365.
Yeah,
So
that's a
you
lot.
cannot bring a day, or you cannot put a saint, name a
In a
day
day.
for a saint in a day, because it would surpass the number of days within the years. So what they did, they made a decision, let's put a certain day to celebrate about all the saints.
Yeah.
So that's why there is an
Yeah.
All Saints
All
Day. It's a
Saints.
celebration for the
For the
martyrs,
martyrs. All right.
remembering those individuals who gave up their lives because of their faith in
Their
God.
faith. Okay.
That's a beautiful thing
Yes.
to remember.
Yes. Right. Right.
Um, Another that has been celebrated is All Souls Day.
Mm-hmm.
All Souls Day is related to the doctrine of purgatory because the Roman Catholics believe that when a person dies, the soul of a person goes to purgatory.
Mm-hmm.
And in order for that person to be transferred from that place of purging,
Okay.
you have to, the living one shall pray.
Pray.
Okay, the living one shall pray for the soul
Mm-mm.
so that he will be cleansed and will be transferred to
Yeah.
heaven.
Purge.
Yes, that's
Yes.
why it's purgatory.
Purgatory. Okay.
Now, that day, November 2, is allocated for that moment.
All right.
Meaning to say, when you think of the saints, these are martyrs, these are
Mm-hmm.
people who belong to God.
Okay.
And then those souls in November 2 need prayer
Mm-hmm.
so that they would be cleansed and that they would be
Mm-mm.
transferred to God. So it's like that.
Mm-mm.
So this is supposed to be a moment that is so solemn, both the All Saints Day
And
and All
also
Souls
stay.
Day. A very solemn moment
Mm-mm.
wherein the living ones are given the chance to reflect and to intercede and to pray for the dead.
Mm-hmm.
So you look at these three occasions, they are
Mm-mm.
closely related because they
Mm-mm.
happened in succession within these 3 days,
Yeah.
October 31,
Mm-mm.
November 1, and November 2.
Mm.
There are questions that we could ask for each
Mm.
of these occasions.
Yeah.
If we go first to the occasion in October 31, which is
Mm-mm.
the Halloween,
Mm-mm.
should Christians celebrate Halloween?
Yeah.
Well, with its origin that is very pagan, I think we should not.
Mm.
We should
Yeah.
not
Right.
celebrate because on how it originated, it had to do with pagan practice.
Mm-mm.
And that pagan practice is clearly about the Lord of the Death,
Mm-hmm.
as the Celts
Mm-mm.
believed it,
Yeah.
and they are believing that this Lord of the Death gathers souls on that day wherein they are allowed to enter
Mm-mm.
a body and cause harm to people.
Yeah, it's I think if I may butt in, I read somewhere that
Mm.
during this day demons would make fun of mortal men.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, they
that's
would
true.
make
That's
fun of
true.
mortal men by, of course, harming, frightening them. That's the reason why the solution for that, when these people learned about this origin, their solution was to disguise like these demons so that these demons would not go to them, would not
That's right.
harm them, would not frighten them. They would play mean tricks. That's why we have
Trick or
trick
treats.
or treats.
Yes.
Trick because you are going to disguise to play, or treat, you offer fancy food.
Yes. So basically,
Yeah.
the idea of tricking
Yeah.
has to do with wearing the costume.
Yes.
The treat has to do with the peace offering
Appeasing.
that they
Yes.
offer to the
Exactly.
Lord of the Death.
Yes.
So if you look at that practice, its origin is really very pagan.
Mm-hmm.
And the
Right.
Bible, if you look at it, it's very witchcraft in its
Mm-mm.
nature.
Mm-mm.
And the Bible is very clear about it. If you look at, I have some verses that I checked on earlier. Like, for example, you
Mm-mm.
look at Ephesians 5:11 to 12. It says, take no part in the unfruitful works of darkness,
Mm.
but instead expose them.
Yeah.
That's a work of darkness, clearly.
Exactly.
And in
Yeah.
Galatians 5:19 to 21 says, the acts of the flesh are obvious: sexual immorality,
Mm-hmm.
impurity, debauchery, idolatry, and witchcraft.
Witchcraft. Yes.
So
That's.
if you think about that practice, it's clear.
Mm-mm.
There are more verses that would point to this matter, the
Mm-mm.
practice of Halloween. That's why Christians, I think, for me, in the way I understand it, it's it's okay if we observe something in the house, but instead of wearing costumes, especially spooky costumes.
Yeah.
Why don't we spend the time praying for those who are still lost in
Right.
darkness? So don't participate on this matter. Please don't decorate your house
With
with a
spooky.
skull. Don't
Yeah.
decorate your house with a Dracula. Don't decorate your house with forms that are associated to darkness. Because being a believer, we shall never associate
Yeah.
with matters like this. So we are having this podcast because we want to educate the people, the believers, about this practice. Do not participate on these matters because the Bible is very clear about it.
And plus, it's inflicting fear. Yeah,
Exactly,
not just on the
exactly.
kids, but even on adults. There are still adults who are frightened or fearful about these things.
True. There are a lot of programs that
Yeah.
propagate Halloween.
Yes, right.
And I have written here three important principles in relation to that. And one of those is what you mentioned.
Yeah.
Be discerning but not fearful.
Yes,
Okay?
exactly.
These kind of practices are instilling fear, and the Bible tells us that we shall not do that. Instead, in 1 Thessalonians 5:21 to 22, it says, "Test everything, hold fast to what is good, and abstain from
Yeah.
every form of evil." Okay?
Yeah.
And we shall do that. And then after the another principle that I want us to understand is the idea of guarding our witness. When you look at 1 Corinthians 10:31, whatever you do it all for the glory of God.
Yes, exactly.
So, is it God glorifying when we participate on matters
Yeah.
like this? And then, the opposite of that is the third principle. Avoid things that glorify darkness.
Yeah.
Because when we
Correct.
do
Correct.
this, we glorify darkness. We're not glorifying God.
Yeah. And you mentioned about darkness. First John 1:5 says, "This is the message we have heard from him and declare to you. God is light. In him there is no darkness at
That's
all."
true. That's
So when
true.
we are already in Christ, we are not to be associated with darkness anymore. We should
Yes.
not associate with
Yeah.
darkness.
So you asked earlier, should Christians celebrate Halloween? Well, my answer is no.
Yeah.
Christians should not celebrate Halloween.
Yeah.
But if you celebrate it by going out there to give tracts about
Yeah.
the gospel of Christ, then you
Yes.
should do that.
The more,
Yeah,
the
you
more
should
we
do
should do
that.
that.
But to wear costumes and
Yeah.
participate, some people asked me before, what if there is a Halloween party in school and our son or daughter is enrolled in that school and they are told to wear costumes?
Yeah.
Well, I'll go back to the principles that I mentioned. Do not allow any activity that instill fear, that
Yes.
instills
Exactly.
fear. So when your son or daughter goes to that party and that party instills fear, then that's not really good. And then the second principle that I've told you is, does it glorify God? Well, it's obvious it's glorifying darkness. So don't let your child participate. I think the teacher would
Yeah.
understand. If you send a letter to the teacher or you message the teacher, teacher, I cannot participate. I cannot let my daughter or son participate on this because we're Christians and it violate our convictions because we uphold the scriptures and we're serious about it.
Yeah.
I think they would understand about that.
You know, Pastor, nowadays, Halloween is celebrated not in that kind. Para bang some would celebrate costume parties. They would just wear not that spooky outfits, but superhero outfits and other outfits that are not spooky. Is it acceptable?
Rarely I would see celebrations na walang halo. Well, I saw costume parties na merong kamatis,
Oh yeah.
merong karton, merong iba-iba. Pero meron talagang halong vampira, merong halong it's a Frankenstein thing,
Yeah,
image.
yeah, and
Merong,
skull,
yeah,
meron
may
pang
skull,
skull,
may
may
candle.
joker.
So, even if your child wears something that is not associated with those kinds, pero yung paligid niya kasi meron
Is there.
talaga. And
Yeah,
Halloween decors are itself spooky.
exactly. Right.
Yeah. So I think should be clarified. It should
Mm.
be clear for all believers. We shall not participate
We shall not participate.
in Halloween celebrations.
Mm.
But let's proceed with the next one,
Yeah.
the All Saints Day.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's nice to celebrate this day.
Yeah.
We celebrate those who died
Mm-mm.
standing for their faith in God. I salute those people,
Mm-mm.
right?
Right.
But there is something that I would like to point out. Oftentimes, when we think of saints, we think of the dead people
Mm.
who gave up their lives
Yeah.
for the Lord
Yeah.
or for
The
their faith,
martyrs.
the
Okay.
martyrs. They are called saints
Mm-hmm.
as far as the Roman Catholic tradition
Tradition.
because they have the process on, they call it it's like they canonize
Mm.
a person who died and
Mm-mm.
declare the person a saint.
Mm-mm.
But don't you know that the scriptures tells us that people who are in Christ are already saints.
Exactly.
You don't have
Right.
to die to be a saint.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
why when you look at the letters of Paul, several times he mentioned to the saints in Thessalonica, to the
Correct.
saints in,
Mm-mm.
he addressed the believers as saints.
Saints.
While it's not bad to celebrate and remember the
Mm.
lives of those who martyred,
Mm-mm.
calling them saints,
Mm-mm.
let's not forget to celebrate the life of the saints that are living,
Mm-mm.
who can continue proclaiming the gospel of Christ to the
Exactly.
lost in this world.
Mm-mm.
Let's celebrate each other.
Celebrate each other.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a
So
beautiful thing to observe.
yes.
Yes.
So let's move on to November 2, the All Souls Day. Now, one of the questions that will be asked, maybe, or very interesting for our viewers, no, is you mentioned a while ago that during during the Celtics time, at October 31, the veil between the living and the dead is thin, and the souls of the dead can cross to the world of the living. Now, these days, some people are also curious. Is it true that the souls of our loved ones or the spirits of our loved ones who are dead already can roam during that time?
Well, that's a question that I encountered several times
Yeah.
already. Um, in fact, many people that I encountered, they
Mm.
celebrate 40 days
Yes.
because they
Mm-mm.
believe that within those numbers of days after death, the soul of the person would roam around.
Mm-mm.
Or do they have a yearly
Mm.
what is this, like a yearly holiday that they
Mm.
can cross to the world of the
Yeah.
living?
That's November 2 or
Yeah,
October 31.
but there is no biblical reference that would give that
Mm.
idea,
Yeah.
that would support that idea.
Exactly.
In fact, if I would look at the scriptural account,
Mm-mm.
I rather believe that the soul of the dead would either go to Hades or paradise
Mm. Right away,
right away.
the moment they
Um,
breathe their last.
exactly. When Jesus was hanging on the cross,
Mm-mm.
and then there were two thieves
Mm-mm.
hanged at his sides.
Mm-mm.
One of them mocked him and told him, "Save yourself and save us as well."
Mm-mm.
But the other who heard the other guy said, "Don't tell that to him because this guy is innocent, unlike us.
Mm-mm.
We are guilty."
Mm.
And then he said, "Remember me when you are in your glory." And
Mm.
Jesus said, "Today you will be with me in
In
paradise."
paradise. Yeah.
When was that? It's today.
Yeah.
By the time all three of them died on that same day.
Mm.
So meaning to say, Jesus was telling him, "I will be in paradise. I will bring you there
Mm-mm.
on that same day."
Mm.
So the Bible would support more the idea that when a person dies, a believer goes to paradise
Yeah.
and an unbeliever would go to Hades.
Yeah.
So rather than this person moving around,
Mm.
it's it's going to complicate things.
Mm.
If the soul
Exactly.
of the person moves around,
Yeah.
paano kung manilip yan sa CR?
Totoo yan. May mga unfinished business pa.
Yes, oh,
Right.
mga ganon. So,
Yeah.
it's
Mm.
not really warranted in the
The
Bible
Bible.
that they move around after death.
Now, another question, Pastor. Is it true that demons are just around?
Demons are fallen
Yeah.
angels. When they were thrown out of heaven, this world where we live today became their dwelling place.
Mm.
They are here,
Mm.
they are real, these are fallen
Mm.
angels.
Mm.
And so they in fact claim this place to be theirs.
Yeah.
So for us to realize that they are real,
Mm.
then that should make us even more careful
Yeah.
in it's like in engaging with the spiritual world.
Mm-mm.
The only beautiful thing that you engage in the spiritual world is to know constantly that the spirit of God is residing in us
Right.
and that our God is more powerful than any
Amen.
fallen angel that we have.
Amen. And First Peter 5:8 says, "Be alert and of sober mind. Your
True.
enemy, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion,
Exactly.
looking for someone to
Yes,
devour."
yes. Another thing that we should ask, I think, is, or I shall I say, question that I encountered, and I don't know if you have an answer to
Mm-hmm.
this. Shall Christians go to the cemetery
Oh
and
yeah, I also
visit their
encountered
departed loved
loved
ones?
ones. Yeah. Well, for me, I guess it's okay if you go to the cemetery to visit the departed loved ones, so long as you will not offer, because as per observation, there are some people, especially during October 31, November 1, they offer food on the
Mm.
grave of their departed loved ones.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe I guess it's not also warranted in the scripture, offering food to the dead, because it's
Yeah.
like offering to idols. Yeah, the dead is already dead. They will not eat. They do not have their bodies, physical bodies anymore. And
Mm.
what for? And even if their spirits, if you know, people think that the spirits can
Is
cross and
yeah.
just around, and when they offer this food, we can still trace that back sa yung origin of Halloween, that they offer food for those departed loved ones who can cross from the world of the dead to the world of the living. So that's why they carry that tradition even up until now.
Mm.
You can see
Mm.
that in cemeteries, they are offering food. But it's not warranted in the Bible.
Yeah.
And going to the cemetery and just remembering the person, I guess is okay. Hanggang dun lang.
Yeah, for the sake of
Yeah.
remembrance. But when
Yeah.
you're there, you don't just remember. Maybe
Mm-mm.
you thank the Lord for the
For the
life
life,
that
yes.
that person had
Mm.
within those years in the past,
Yes, exactly.
wherein you were given the chance to
Mm.
live with this person, to
Yeah.
enjoy his presence, to
Mm.
experience the blessing of his
Mm-mm.
presence. That's
Yeah.
something that we should thank God for.
Mm-mm. And
But
if that person is a believer,
yeah,
was a believer, expect that you will see him in heaven.
yes, that's
Yeah.
true. So, what's no in that occasion is, as you mentioned,
Mm-mm.
no offerings of food nor any drinks,
Yeah.
no talking
To the
to the
to the
departed.
grave.
That is necromancy. When you talk to someone who is dead already.
Mm.
So, let's be careful about this matter.
Yeah, yeah.
Instead of talking to the person, why don't you talk to God?
Mm-mm.
Lord, in a form of prayer.
Mm-mm.
So, let's observe it while there is no prohibition in the scriptures
Yeah.
for us to remember our loved ones
Mm-mm.
who have gone ahead of us.
Mm-mm.
There is no prohibition in the Bible about that.
Mm-mm.
I think it's even nice to remember them and to thank
Exactly.
God for them,
Yes. Mm.
but not to talk to them,
Mm.
not to offer food to them, not to pray to them, because they are
Yeah.
dead already and they cannot do
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah. It's only God who can help
It's
us.
only God who can
Yeah.
help us. So it's my prayer that as we celebrate this All Saints Day, let's not only celebrate those martyrs, but we celebrate even the living saints.
Exactly.
And then as we remember our departed loved ones on November 2, I hope and pray that there is no offering of food, no talking to them, and no praying to them. Because it's only God who can answer our prayers.
Exactly.
But as far as Halloween is concerned, please avoid that. because that's going to bring harm to all of us and to those who are participating on that occasion. So I hope we made matters clear
Clear.
this time so that we will be all well guided.
Yeah.
We are not here to condemn other religious beliefs, but what we are trying to tell you is that when we observe an occasion, let us know why we celebrate a certain matter,
Exactly.
because what we celebrate would show what we value, and what we value would shape about what we will become.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
let's ponder upon that truth, and I hope and pray that you learn something.
Yeah.
Hope and pray that we will be guided
Yeah.
by the
By the
scriptures
scripture.
as we continue to walk on this earth. God bless you all.
God bless you all and see you on our next episode.